Alright, so this is Decent We the People News. Alright, this video is without prejudice and or without recourse. Okay? I'm going to stand on UCC 1-308. All rights reserved. There we go. Problem solved. Psych. I'm not an attorney, so I'm not going to give legal advice on this. None whatsoever. Okay? It's just my opinion only. Alright? I cannot give legal advice because, well, I'm not an attorney. And I don't have any fake license to tell me I'm allowed to practice law. You know, I had to try to actually get it right the first time. I never look straight forward. I had to look around me at all given times to be able to protect myself by any means necessary, people. Or persons, just depends how you want to look at it. Men and women. And by the way, it's woman. Alright. This one is the follow-up from that last video I did of some type of paperwork. I have not really went through here, but it looks like he's going to fight it. And the way he's speaking to the officers, it don't surprise me. So let's see what he's got to say.
Lawsuit. So, right here. What does it say on the ticket? Did unlawfully operate a motor vehicle on another vehicle at or near blah blah blah. Okay. And it's for failure to register a vehicle. Right? Okay. What does it say right here? Where it stand. Never been a court clerk. And they actually understood what this paper said. And they dismissed all charges. Federal law trumps state law. So once federal courts make a ruling, all lower courts are bound by those rulings. And they're obligated to uphold those rulings. So they try to tell you that you're not committing a crime, but in actuality, you're committing an infraction of the law. An infraction of the law in itself is not a crime. That's the main rule too. See, traffic infractions are not crimes. Look at that. That's funny. What constitutional ruling is that? People versus battles. Yep. How about that? Oh, you remember the ticket? Did unlawfully operate a motor vehicle?
I'm going to remind y'all something. In Texas, they say that it's a misdemeanor, but they also say it's a crime. So there's a Supreme Court that, if I remember correctly, that's the one I was talking about on the last video. I'm glad he brought that up, because it was actually a Supreme Court, or is, not was, that's past tense. All right, and he brought it up. Okay, that does sound familiar. But traffic infractions is not a crime. Okay? They do say misdemeanor, but it falls under the category crime. Especially in Texas.
Let's say right here. Thomas versus McLean. The word operator shall not be include any person who solely transport his own property and who transport no persons or property for hire or compensation. So if I'm not driving, that means I'm traveling. Because driving is a privilege.
Okay. That is actually interesting brought up right there. Should not transport persons. Alright? Person legal definition is in contract. Okay? Commercial term passenger. Right? Person is a passenger. Passenger is a person. So you must, especially when you're going to kind of contest these things, get the words correctly. Alright? So it's going to have to be family or guest. So if your wife, let's just say, is on the passenger side, right? Passenger, y'all. Okay? So, you've got to make sure that you say, nope, she's family. We got to retrain ourselves. We've been so trained down with words, right? To really convict us, really. So that lady, your wife gets out. Well, no, I'm just a passenger. You just admitted to the officer that your husband was actually in commerce. Sit and think about that, y'all. So when this guy is actually fighting this case, and his wife was actually in the car or not, I don't know on this camera. I'm just saying in general. If his wife was in there, if they called her a passenger, or she called herself a passenger, would get this guy in trouble because that is a commercial term, right? Or a person. Okay? No. That is my wife. She's a woman. Okay? Vice versa. You got your offsprings with you. Nope. They're family. These are my offsprings. All right? Quit calling them goats. Every time you call your kids, you call them goats. I know that the words is just so ridiculous. And the words is ridiculous to trap you. To give consent when you didn't think you gave consent. That's called a tacit agreement. The wife, as she called herself a passenger, she had tacitly agreed that she was paying her husband to take her to the store.
Because the privilege of driving is you get paid to drive. You're operating at a commercial capacity. So you're getting paid either by the mile or by the load that you carry or whatever. Look at this right here. What does it say? Constitutional law. Citizens' right to travel upon public roadways and transport his property. They run an ordinary course of life and business is common right. It's common right. And what does this say right here? What's this one right here? Cited for traffic violation, was incarcerated for 23 minutes during booking process, even though he had never been arrested. Blah blah blah. Read all this. Was unconstitutionally deprived of his liberty and incarcerated during the booking process following citation for traffic violation was not excessive in view of evidence and motorist back time, blah blah blah. Or she was arrested because he didn't look at his ID. And he sued him.
Excuse me, y'all. And I would so much go as scaring these courts to death. Okay, that was the wrong word. Was it? All right. So they want your the state ID, right? Well, I'm going to hand you over my graven image that it's against my religion to have. But the state has forced me into duress of carrying a graven image. Right? But if you start putting some of these little tiny Christian words in there and just kind of give it a little salt and pepper in there, they don't like that, y'all. Oh, they will not like this graven image deal. All caps name, graven image. The picture, your driver's license, graven image. The name on there, graven image. Even when you signature, it's a graven image. It's a copy now. It's a graven image. Just saying. It's just my opinion, y'all. It's thinking outside the box. Remember, I don't look straight forward. I look around me. All right? But when you put in little salt and peppers when you challenge these people, you don't want to make it really easy on them, as it is easy for them to trick you. I don't understand Babel. I speak Babel, but I don't understand Babel. Your Honor, do you need to see a psychiatrist? Because you're speaking Babel. The attorney over there speaking Babel. All right. Sorry.
87 pages. They've all been stamped by the court clerk. goes to Pearl City. And I would don't waive your rights. Reserve all your rights. The other thing too, you gotta make sure you reserve all your rights. Dismiss court costs. Waive fines. They're all dismissed. No on my record. Go back to these. They try to teach you that you need to be driving. You gotta get a driver's license. Well, as again, federal law trumps state law. Party cannot be bound by contract that he has not made or authorized. See, they're trying to, they're called quasi-contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're only good if you actually give into them. You have to, what's it called? They need your consent. So you have to be consenting. See? All these are federal rulings. That states otherwise. Right here. Where's the one at? It's got some definitions. Motor vehicle. Definition. Motor vehicle. So you go buy an automobile. You don't go buy a motor vehicle. You don't get motor vehicle insurance. You go to an automobile dealership. You buy an automobile. You call an automobile insurance company and you get automobile insurance. You know nothing about motor vehicles. When you change it over from automobile to motor vehicle, it's when you lose that right to a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read this?
Again, y'all, trickery of words, right? They are the ones speaking babble. All right? Silence of acquiescence. Well, it's plain out English. Really? What is acquiescence? You know? So you're saying you're speaking English when you're saying acquiescence? No, that's not, y'all. Alright. Tacit agreement. Agreement's English. Tacit. Babble. Perjurous. Babble.
Common law. Statute, which deprives a citizen of right to persons or property without a regular trial according to the course of usage of common law, would not be the law of the land.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't make this stuff up, people. These are the laws. What they are doing, those are codes and statutes. They're not laws. If they were called laws, they would be called laws, not codes and statutes. So this is where you get them at. When they act outside their fiduciary capacity, they lose their diplomatic immunity, or they lose their qualified immunity. And that's when you sue. You can sue the judge, you can sue the court clerk, and you can sue the whole police department pretty much. So this is what I'm working on. If you want to get these, this is a website. You can look this up. Look up Google driving versus traveling constitutional case laws. And remember, any of these words that you want to look up and read in course.
Okay, so I have not looked up that website. Probably going to eventually. I just haven't done it yet. Well, number one, I got glad to see this information because I did it the long way around, right? So I need to check out on this website and see how good they are.
Make sure you look up all these words in a legal definition, not just definition in a dictionary, it's a legal definition. What does it say? When an individual voluntarily registers an automobile to the state, he has consented to giving a security interest to the state. This can be verified by looking up UCC Chapter 9, which is the Uniform Commercial Code. Mm-hmm. The state now has a preferred security interest in the vehicle by issuance of a certified title of ownership. So pretty much when you register your vehicle with the state, it's not your vehicle anymore. Because it's not your vehicle, it's an automobile. But when you send the title off, you're pretty much saying the state owns your automobile. It says the state of Alabama on there. I think it's called a COV, Certificate of Original Vehicle. You can file for one of those. Why do you think it costs so much for your car to get a tag on it when you go buy a brand new car. You spend $800-900 on a new car to get a tag for it. When by law, an automobile is consumer goods, it's non-taxable. If you want to read all this is all nothing but about contradicting everything that they say. So pretty much you can sue the school too, because the school teaches you have to drive, you have to drive. You can sue the school systems too for pretty much giving you false information. Anybody who tries to teach you this, don't believe anything that you're told. Read it for yourself. But yeah, it's right on the first page. See? Speed no deprivation of life or liberty. It's all right here. But yeah. Look it all up, verify. You can look up any of these you want to. It's all public knowledge. Alright, y'all have a good one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Thank you for all the people who subscribed lately. I've recently broke 100 subscribers. Thank you. And y'all keep up the good work.
Alright. Let's see if we can read that. There you go. Subscribe to them. Okay. Anybody that I feel that is actually standing up for our rights, I try to subscribe to them, all right? Because, you know, just as well as me trying to learn the laws, it doesn't hurt to go with some of these other people that may have done different research than I have, right? I did not know about that website he talked about, okay? So I may go ahead and get that website and change my affidavit. I may update my affidavit. I may keep my affidavit the same, but add to my affidavit. There we go. I learned something a little bit on this video too, so I may check that out as soon as I can and see what they have in there and see how much of the Supreme Court's that I research is on that deal. Who knows, this stuff I may have researched, somebody else may have researched and stuck it in a nice pile there. I don't know. All right. Diesel with the People News. All right. Just remember, never, never, never just look straight forward. Always look around you to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. I do a lot of videos, y'all. It never hurts to research this stuff by yourself, too. And like he said, you know, they got these case laws here. Okay, it does not hurt to look these things up and verify. Okay, you don't want people to get you in trouble by hearsay. You want to be able to do it by factual research. Okay. All right. This is with the People News. Bye, y'all.